I don't get these theories that we're reading about in biology.
What kind of theories?
About evolution.
I don't remember very much from biology, but let's order some pizza because you can't think on it. And
Can I have a large pepperoni pizza with anchovies and pickles and pineapple?
I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up when the pizza gets here. Okay.
Hello, I'm Charles Darwin. A little bird told me you needed help with your homework.
But you're dead.
Not today.
Okay.
If you don't mind, I invited some friends.
Is Darwin here?
Yeah?
So where's the food?
Well, I ordered pizza.
Great, I'm starving.
I got it. Hey!
Who invited you?
That doesn't matter.
So who are you guys?
I'm Charles Lyle.
And I'm Thomas Malthus.
I'm John Baptiste Lamarck. So what do you need help with, young lady?
All these theories got me going nuts. What's your theory,
Well, on my
Darwin?
voyage to the Galapagos Islands, I researched the different varieties of finches and what made them so different. I came up with the theory that animals must have evolved over time.
Geographic isolation?
No, not exactly. This is an example of natural selection. Natural selection is individuals that are better adapted to their surroundings, survive, and mate most successfully. Geographic isolation is what changed the finches. After the continental drift, the finches could no longer mate with one another, which led to different types of finches. This is also an example of reproductive isolation. Since the finches were separated into different environments, this caused gradualism to take effect in each of the finches and prevented them from reproducing. Another factor of evolution are genetics. When there is a genetic drift, allele frequencies change because biologic diversity are also similar to bottleneck effect, except from a reduction from a population. Also causing the founder effects, this happens when a new population is established from the loss of genetic variation.
Diversity dough.
Biodiversity is the total of varied
Is
organisms.
industrial
on Earth.
melanism an adaptation?
No, industrial melanism is a time period when animals lived during the Industrial Revolution, causing them to change colors due to the pollution. For example, white moths
What about
turn
you,
black.
Lamar? Oh, you want to hear my opinion? That's first. Anyways, my theory is that by selective use or disuse of organs, organisms acquired or lost certain traits during their lifetime. These traits can then be passed to their offspring, and over time, this could lead to a change in a species. An example of this is giraffes. Giraffes used to have short necks, but then they stretched their necks until they can reach the leaves on the trees, passing their acquired trait to their offspring. And this is why giraffes have such long necks
That's
today.
an interesting theory, but you're obviously wrong because animals that are better suited will reproduce most successfully, passing down the desired traits. Lyle, why don't you tell
Like
the
the
girl your
principles of
theory?
geology talks about my theory of how the world is very old and has changed over time, following the rule of punctured equilibrium, which is still our theory today.
This helped me come up with my theories of evolution. Like, did you know that many organisms have homologous structures? This means that many organisms have identical structures but are different species, which means they must have been related in one point in time.
Fascinating. What about you, Thomas?
Well, my theory is about population growth versus food supply. If there are too many organisms but not enough food supply, the organisms will begin to die off and become extinct.
This also has to do with natural selection and the survival of the fittest. Animals better suited will survive and reproduce most successfully.
Get it now, but I think you're wrong, Lamar. I need everyone to get out now.
Honey, pizza's here.
Corey.
Okay, Lord, Mom.
Door got stuck. What about you, Lamar? What about you, Lamar?
Oh, you want to hear my opinion? That's a first. Anyways, my
Corey!
Hey, listen, you're not even talking to her.
Mark.
Oh, you want to
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Becky?
Oh my god,
Becky!
hurry.
Come on. Please stop by.
First we gotta go home.
That's an interesting theory, but you're obviously wrong because animals that are better suited will produce. That's an interesting theory, but you're obviously wrong because animals that are better suited. Stop looking at me.
Look at.
Do we have this thing?
Look what you done started.